So, as you know, I use a ThinkPad. Of course I do. Right, you've seen it so many times. Here you go, you've seen this one particularly. This is my testing one. Unfortunately, it's got this stupid track point on here, which I disable, of course. Sorry, how dare I? Not track point, trackpad. Although I'm not the biggest fan of the track point, I'd rather never have to use any mechanical moving thing apart from the keyboard, literally. Okay? So, what am I going on about today then? Well, here's my other ThinkPad, okay? Now this is the beautiful one without a trackpad. We're going to get onto the track point related things in a minute. And interestingly, or not interestingly, depends on how you feel about it, this button here is working and sometimes it's not. So obviously you can't see if it's working or not because, well, I'm not in the graphical environment, and this is what this is all about. So, unfortunately, the left mouse click on my normal ThinkPad, my ThinkPad that I use every day, is being a bit temperamental. And you might know some weeks ago or a week or two ago, I did a thermal paste replace and just cleaning the laptop internals from dust and whatever. And ever since then, it's been a bit strange with the keyboard. Well, not the keyboard necessarily, but the left mouse button. So it's all part of the same thing. The left mouse button is part of the keyboard on the ThinkPad, on this ThinkPad. It all slots in together. And I don't know, maybe the cable's loose, maybe the hardware on that button's failing, I don't know, maybe I've shorted it, who knows. So, not great. Although you might be thinking, oh, well, James, you don't care about using, mouse buttons and whatever. You're all about the terminal, not even the graphical environment. Yeah, but I'm a hostage to fortune. We all are. I have to use a modern web browser, and even with Vim key bindings, unfortunately, sometimes Vim key bindings will not pick up or will not load some, JavaScript element or something. If I'm going on YouTube to read your comments and I've got to rely on the Vim key bindings, perfect, if they always work. Sometimes I can't see the read more button. It won't pick up the read more button properly, it won't load it, whatever. Have I gone on too much about this? Well, you would think remapping a key, for example. So I want to, as a future-proofing thing, because what I could do is I could just replace the keyboard. Just, I don't know, reset I could just take it out again and reset the cable or whatever on the keyboard. Great. It might work, it might not. However, this is the Linux way, I feel. I feel this is the ThinkPad way. The Linux ThinkPad way. We don't need mouse button keys. We don't even need the track point where possible. So we still will need the track point, but I'm going to future-proof my old laptop and this laptop, testing one, so I never even have to use the left mouse click, middle mouse click if I didn't want to in the future, and right mouse click. Well, I use these too much. But I'm going to future-proof. Now, this intro's gone on way too long, but this one has been really annoying to me, okay? I don't like the X environment. I don't like graphical environments. It's just a cross I have to bear. So, shall we just get into it? What am I therefore doing? I am going to remap the left mouse click, and it's going to be the caps lock. You think this will be simple? Well, maybe it's skill issues, but we're going to look. Let's finally get into this video and have a look. It's really just so annoying to me. So annoying. So I'm in my virtual machine, and here's the other thing. I hope my I don't know why I'm doing that, BLK, whatever. I hope the virtual machine plays nicely with this, because I haven't done it in the virtual machine. I've done it on my main computer. I haven't done it on the testing computer. My only slight worry the testing computer is Xinit.rc. I will have to source it or restart it, and I don't want to crash this video. Okay. Okay, let's have a look then. Let's start off with Arch Linux. Okay, well, first of all, we need to find out what the signature, let's say, or what is the key press. What does the key press represent? And it will have all kinds of things in X, all kinds of representations, key codes, I don't know, whatever. You can look up the documentation. There'll be plenty of documentation on this. This is a lot of stuff in this stupid situation. So, okay, let's install this package here. So this is xorg xev. Now what annoys me is they always have to preface everything with xorg. We know it's an xorg package. It's xev. Xev, we know it's xorg. I hate this stuff. I hate it. Anyway, let's install this. So obviously update your packages if you haven't. I have, so do not worry about me. Do not worry. So sudo pacman xorg xev and put in your password. Okay, install that. Okay, done. First bit done. So let's find out what left mouse click and caps lock it represents. So if I do xev, see it loads up this little thing here, and then on the left it will tell me what the key press is. So if you look, it says button 1, bottom left there, it's button 1, there's no other identifier. If I press caps lock, it says it is, if you look for key code 66, so key code 66. However, there is one important thing here with caps lock and other certain keys. They are key sims. And this is where it starts to get messy as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, we know it's key code 66, we know it's button 1. So in theory, okay, what we would do is we could set this as xmodmap. Now xmodmap is really a simple way, let's say, in theory, a simple way, and it tells you here, xmodmap is a utility for modifying keys and pointer button, important things. So this is left key, mouse key on this ThinkPad is a pointer button actually. Just to make you aware of this. So it's button 1, but it's a pointer button, right? So in theory, this should be simple. Just remap the key, okay? So here you go. You can print out the current key map table, and you can put it into. Oh, it tells you here. Interesting. Here we go. Key code sims. So you can look up. I think it's Let's do that just so you know. So xmodmap. X. Weird thing going on with my caps lock. Well, that's not a good start. Oh my god, what's going on? Xmodmap definitely messed up something already. This is worrying already. So I've got caps lock on, but it's lowercase. I don't know. So xmodmap. So I've got a UK keyboard set up, and tells you here. So caps lock is a lock. Okay, so that's the key sim. It's a lock. So we've got to unlock or delete the lock and add the lock and all this kind of stuff. There's a whole thing on it that you have to set up. So you've got here xmodmap, PKE, and these are options on the xmodmap program, and you can put it into xmodmap. So in theory, I could just do this now and show you, okay? So if I do xmodmap -PKE, and let's put it into, we'll make xmodmap, so we'll do it in home. I like doing the full paths. I'm just like that. I never take chances, even with whatever. I guess you set your path variables, but whatever. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Xmodmap. You're probably thinking never does, but I kind of know what I'm talking about. So here we go. Let's dump it all in here. Okay. So if I go into xmodmap. So here you go, there's all the key codes, okay, and you can edit to your heart's content. Now if I did this, this will not fix my problem. There is something about the left mouse pointer buttons that it does not like. So I can unlock, you can see on here, somewhere on here, so you can, here we go. So you can clear the lock, okay, clear mod 2 if it's a mod 2 key set key code, so we know it's like 66. whatever. So in theory, you could swap num lock and caps lock. In theory. Now I found this just a pain. Skill issues maybe, but it just didn't work as intended for me. Okay, so there is another way, and it is nice with these kinds of things because you learn other things. You know, you search and search, and I've never really needed to modify my keys so much. I've done a few things, but simple stuff. I never had to deal with this sim key stuff just because you know how I feel. I do not care about the graphical environment. Where possible, I just avoid it. But here we go. We're going on a journey of discovery. I find it a big pain, all this gumph, but there we go. So if you're doing key sim stuff, it's more complicated. I'm sure there's loads of guides out on there. So I'm going to do it this way. Okay, there's two things I'm going to do here, slightly different. I will be using Xmodmap, but not necessarily in the way that you think. So will I leave this open for now? Oh yeah, there's an interesting thing. I could in theory swap the pointers around. So one thing you can do is on the pointer, so you've got 3 buttons. You've got pointer 1, 2 and 3, or button 1, 2 and 3. So the middle button's 2 and button 3 is the right button. So I could swap them around. So I would lose functionality on the left button, but I could swap what they do. So right click would become left click and whatever. I don't know. I could do that. I'm not going to do that. You can look at the description, the instructions. It's all going to be in the description, sorry. You see how worked up I'm getting on this already just thinking about it. It's just so annoying, so annoying. Even look how much stuff there is. Anyway, I'm going to leave this page open actually. Just going to leave this page open. Oh, this is... The mouse button works on this one. Anyway. So here you go. Look at all this stuff. So this is really the way they like you to do it, using set XKB map. Okay. So set XKB map, you might remember, is let's come out of this. Oh, I just hate looking at it. Let's remove that. I do not want that on even my virtual machine. So if I go into, you might remember X-in-RC, I set the layout to GB. After a long delay, I just thought, oh, just do it, you know, just stop giving yourself heartache with this. So what we're going to do next, what are we going to do next? So we are going to set something else, I think it's in here, whatever. Where is it? It's in here somewhere, but we can actually get it from, funny enough, Wikipedia. It is referenced. I promise you, Arch Linux does reference Wikipedia about something called mouse keys. Okay, so mouse keys. This is gets such a mess here. So you can turn your num lock into a mouse. Okay, I'm not going to explain all this, but you can see num lock, Alt Shift. Enable, disable mouse keys. I have one problem though. In the virtual machine, if I set this, I use Alt as my super key because of using my super key in my testing machine. So this is a virtual machine. Does that make any sense? I will leave this in here. But all you need to do, and would I need to do this anyway? Oh, that's a bit worrying. I don't even know actually. Do I need to set this? Okay, so all you need to do is set XKB map, and what does it say? I think it's options or something. So here we go. Set option. Okay. Keypad. Pointer. Keys. Okay. So. Actually, no. I don't need to set Alt. I don't know. It's so annoying. So we do that, and obviously on here with my X-in-RC, I can p-kill. I could just source it, and then start X on there. Okay, so we've done that. So what happens now should be if I do Alt. Num lock with Alt Shift, no. So if I go back in, you can't see this here. I could use screen key to show you, but if you do left shift and numlock, you should, if I go into Firefox, oh, let's come at that first. Okay, go into Firefox. So we need to be in a graphical thing, and I should be able to use, what is it? I should be able to use, so you can use all different kinds of things, but what is it? The slash key, / as my left click. So you shift numlock to put on numlock, and then when I do /, there we go, it works. Look, I promise you, look. Can you see that? You see me pressing that? Okay, so perfect. So I'm going to turn that off now. Oh, I was worried there. I was worried that I was going to fail on the video. I probably have already, but whatever. So where are we going from here? Oh, is that surely a solution? I don't know. That's just annoying to me. I want to, like I said, I want to use caps lock. I don't want this as a permanent thing. Just if I have issues, I want caps lock to be my left mouse click. How do I do that? How do I do that? Without going into that whole Xmodmap nonsense. Well, there's another package. I know, exactly, another package. It's just, again, Xorg, whatever. So we've got xkbset, nice little program that does the job that we need. So we are going to come out of this. Let's get out of this. Right, so sudo pacman. Oh, sorry, no, I apologize. This is an AUR package. So this is actually an AUR package. We're going to get the Git one, if you can see that. You can view the package build and whatever and check that it's not doing anything dodgy. Make depends, Git, whatever. Got a little graphical thing here. If you want to use a graphical version of it, I think it's got graphical. I mean, it looks okay. Looks alright. I can't see RMRF or -RF, so we'll go with that. So it's just xkbset -git. So remember, yay, do not use sudo with yay, and it's xkbset. Is that it? Yeah, git. Okay, I for install, whatever. Shouldn't take long, shouldn't take long. This video's taken long enough, right? It's just the stuff you have to do, honestly. I know there'll be people in the comments going, well, if you just did this, honestly, doing that lock stuff is just a huge pain, I'm not interested in mapping all these keys. I do it my way, and my way is prompts and bash, okay? That's the way I do it. That's the way I do it, right. Okay, yeah, install that. Right. Okay, so where do we go from here? So all we do is xkbset m. Okay, so xkb. I'm just going to look at the man page. What's the point? What's the point? So xkbset m. Right. Now the next thing we need to do is now use xmodmap. I know, crazy, right? So we're going to go back to xmodmap and was a stupid syntax for this. Here we go. Here we go. So I think it's code. I'm just gonna chance it. I think it's key code 66. Scream at your computer if you're not already saying you're using the wrong key code. But I think caps lock was 66. So we're gonna do xmodmap -e. Okay. And then we're gonna call it key code 66. And we want this to be, so it's pointer _ button 1. Okay. No output on that, so I'm hoping that's all correct. So devour, let's go back into Firefox. Now, hopefully, if I press caps lock, there we go. Look at that. God, what is this random stuff that Mozilla Firefox? You see that? You see that? That's the left. That is now the left mouse click. How? annoying is that? Is that just me? I know you're going to say, well, you're annoying, but I don't know. I just think a lot of this stuff is just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. So, yeah, you say how you would do it in the comments. That's fine. That's how I've done it. I hope somebody has learnt something there. I've shown you a few things there, actually. So, even if my way is the crazy way, even if I'm skill issues in X11, whatever, in Wayland, in any graphical environment, that's fine. But I've shown you, XEV, or sorry, Xorg XEV. I've shown you XKB set. I've shown you Xmodmap and all this gumph. You have a look through it if you want to, or you probably know a lot about it already. Good for you. Actually, it's not too bad. Just over 20 minutes. I was a bit worried. Well, one thing I would do with this. So, obviously, that shouldn't be set permanently. So what I would do is, if I had an issue, okay. So obviously, I've got Xinit RC, and I've got with the set thing for the mouse, the Shift Numlock mouse keys thing. But what I would do is, if I wanted to turn this on, all I would do. Here you go. Very simple. I mean, it's not even a script, right? It's just literally a command. So I'm going to do touch. Why bother doing touch? Just do vim. What should we call it? Mouse. No. Let's call it hatex11.sh. Okay. And we're going to call this, of course, bin sh. You can do bash if you want, whatever. And so we're going to do xkb set m, and then we want to run. I guess I could do and if it's successful, but whatever, it's going to be fine. You have to be in a graphical environment, of course. And then what is it? What was it called? Xmodmap e key code. Sorry, this video's going on a bit longer, but this is what I would do. Okay, what am I talking about? So pointer button 1. Does that look right? Yeah. Okay. Save that. Oh yeah. We need to do chmod, so we need to make this executable. Hate x11. So hate x11. And then just run hate x11. That was fine. So I presume that still works. There you go. It's just running 2 commands. What you could do is, I know you could have an if statement saying, what is it? If I don't even need to do that, do I? If pts, what is it? I could set up a variable and whatever. So you could test if x11 was running like pts01 or whatever, and then run it, or pts, whatever it is. I'm not going to actually go into. We'll do if statements and all this kind of stuff in the future. Thing is, you're only going to run this if you're in the X environment anyway, so whatever. I'm just going to do that. Maybe we'll tidy this up in a new thing. I'm not going to grep and sed and awk through, finding whether PTS is running and whatever, Just this video's gone on far too long. So yeah, I'm not a fan of X11. I know. I'm not a fan of Wayland. I'm not a fan of graphical environments. I'm not even a fan of my ThinkPad because it's got those stupid mouse buttons. Whatever. That's it. So do your fake YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Let's leave it there.